Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 622. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I'll be telling you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to go ahead, click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself, your special event, your business, all of that would be great. And it would also be great if you go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me put on my specs and move my keyboard, grab my little iPad mini here. And I'm going to the Word page. That's the Government and Nonprofit Information page. Wait, before I do that, I do want to point out, because yesterday was the first was it yesterday? It was the first day of summer, I think. Yeah, today's the 22nd. Yeah, yesterday was the first day of summer. So I'm going to show you the cover story of the Durham Skywriter. Playing old school, ooh, the glare. Playing old school street games. And you can see the rotation of my ceiling fan. But yeah, so I like to list, or rather post, this instructional, so to speak, on how to play the different street games that I grew up playing when I was a little kid on the south side of Chicago. We played really fun games like Simon Says, Hide and Seek, Mother May I, Red Rover, Red Light, Freeze Tag, and I also explain how to choose who gets to be it, because you always have to have the it kid to start off the whole game. So a lot of kids nowadays don't know these games. They don't really know how to play. When you observe them outside, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to play. They don't know games. So if you can teach them these games, they would love it. Sometimes these games are being taught at these summer camps, and so I'm very, very happy to take your, if you want to add something, if you have a game, and especially an outdoor game, that can be played in a gym or outside in the park or whatever, let me know and give me the rules so that I can do a write-up and add it to this article. Oh, Malachi's here. Okay, Malachi's saying hi. And Malachi is saying my birthday is almost here, guys. It's right around the corner. It's July 4th, right? I guess it's almost, is that next? Oh my goodness, that's next, how is that next week? Time is really passing. So the 4th of July is on a Saturday. Okay, so that'll be your birthday, Malachi. That's nice to have your birthday on a Saturday and a holiday when everybody's out grilling and celebrating. That's awesome. That is totally awesome. All right. Now, I just wanted to point out this article, the Playing Old School Street Games. So I hope you take advantage of that. Okay, now let's go back to the Word page. That's the Government and Nonprofit Information page. Lots of programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also city, county, and state governments. So you can just go up and down the page, see what classes you can take, what programs you can sign up for. You might even find a place or two to volunteer at. All right, so let's see. Let's check with the Durham County Libraries, because I think something has changed, and I think I remember what it is. Let me make sure. Let's see, Durham County Libraries. There's so much on this page now. Wait, I'm getting there. I'm almost there. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Okay, yes. Bragtown is now open until 6, because usually you're probably used to my saying all the libraries are open until 8, with today being Monday, but that has changed. Bragtown is now open only until 6 on Mondays. So and the libraries reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and then Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. And I do hope that your kids are taking part in the summer reading program. It's not too late to sign up, because it's not a competition. Basically, you sign up, And then there are books that your kids can take out, and you get a log. So you log every book. You list every book that your child reads, and we're talking all ages. I mean, adults can participate in this too. It's not just for children, but it's aimed at children because they being the Durham County Libraries, they're trying to stop summer slide. That happens when your kid doesn't read all summer, they just play all summer and don't crack open a book at all. Then when they get back to school in the fall, then they find out that they can't read as well as the other kids because the other kids have been reading and taking part in the summer reading program. And it really does happen. That's for real. And if you already know, kids very often when they fall behind, they get, I'm not going to say depressed, but sad. And sometimes they give up. Sometimes they don't have the resilience to work hard to catch up, and they just give up and start goofing around. And before you know it, anyway, let's not get carried away here. But signing up the kids for the summer reading program is really cool. Now, if your kid's not old enough to read, you can read to your child and still log the book. And then once the little log is filled out, you take that back to the library, any library, it doesn't matter, any of the Durham County libraries, and then you register for the, I think they have like a raffle. So it's not competitive. It's not like the kids who read the most will automatically win. There's a raffle, so it's kind of like an equalizer. So go ahead and sign your kids up and get them started with reading fun books this summer. They'll be surprised how fun reading really is. All right. And of course, it helps later in life. Knowing how to read and read well, I'm just saying. Okay, let's scroll back up to the city of Durham because there is a city vacancy that they need to fill. Let's see what it is this week. Let's see, looking for the calendar. There it is. Okay, there are two. Let me get comfortable here. There are two vacancies. So the city of Durham is looking to fill the vacancy on the Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee for Youth. And that's basically figuring out how to spend city monies for the young people. So you might want to take part in that. There's another vacancy on the Racial Equity Commission, making sure that we're all equal and everything's fair. So if you are interested, then you can go to DurhamSkyWriter.com, go to the Word page, scroll down, you'll see the City of Durham and the calendar. Click on that blue link, and then you'll find what is expected of you. And then if you're still interested, let the city know by end of day Wednesday that you want to fill these vacancies, either on the Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee for Youth or the Racial Equity Commission. All right. And there's a lot on this page. There are a lot of programs. I really invite you to check out these programs because they're really great. There are programs for restaurant employees. As you know, they're already not highly paid, and when something happens, a health issue or injury or something, that can really adversely affect families of restaurant workers. So there's an organization called CORE, and they help. They help with child care, rent, mortgage, utilities, prescriptions, medical equipment, even funeral expenses, basic necessities. So let the folks know who work in the food industry. Let them know about this organization. They have, now their offices, they have two offices apparently, one in Tennessee, one in Georgia, and everything's in English and Spanish. So check it out. All right, and now, let's see. Oh, this is a new I don't know how new it is, but this is new to the pages of the Durham Skywriter. I picked up this information at one of the resource fairs that I've been attending recently. So this is from the Dementia Alliance of North Carolina. Their offices are in Raleigh, but they serve Durham and all the other towns and cities in North Carolina. But they have this cool program, and it's called My Music NC. So, if you're a caregiver of someone with dementia or Alzheimer's, you already know how hard it is sometimes to get them to sit still or stay calm or just to pass the time. Sometimes they're fidgety, sometimes they're angry, sometimes they're bored. because sometimes they've lost the ability to read and they just don't know what to do with themselves sometimes. So they have this My Music NC, where your loved one can get a personalized play. Of course, you help because you know them better than anybody else. So they can get a personalized playlist of familiar songs to help keep them calm and help them pass the time and smooth out the stressful moments. So as long as they're living at home, they're eligible for a free creative engagement session, and then they can get an at-home MP3 music player kit. So I guess they can wear like little headphones or whatever and enjoy their music. So you can call for more information. I got the phone number right there. And then I also have a link that takes you directly to the My Music NC page. Another service that they offer, two additional services that they offer. They have caregiver resource referrals, and also that's an information program, so you can, whatever information you need, they can help you with that. And they also have a caregiver assistance fund, and that's very important because very often you have to, if you had to do what I had to do, I had to quit my job and move and down here to Durham, and yeah, we were broke, still broke. But it's really hard being broke while you're taking care of somebody. So yeah, the Caregiver Assistance Fund, definitely look into that. Hey, look who's here. William M. Andrews is here. First he's giving, oh, did I miss it? Oh, it's 12:13, I missed it. William was trying to tell us happy 12/12, but I'm a minute late. Sorry about that, William. I didn't see your name in time. I was busy doing the show. Yeah, so thank you, William. He likes to point out when the time is the same. 12, now it's 12:13. Oh, now it's 12:14. So starting out with the fist bump, William, indeed. And William was saying good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. And of course, the phrase that he's famous for, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And it really is. It's hot, but still beautiful. Thank you, William. Thank you very much. Okay. So let's see, where was I? Okay, Dementia Alliance of North Carolina. Okay. And let's see. I was going to check with, yeah, let's check with Durham Tech Small Business Center. Let's do that. There's a lot on this page. I am really amazed at how fast it has grown. Oh, don't forget. Oh, wait. Let me tell you about the National Night Out. Where is that? Because I just typed that out this weekend. Okay, so National Night Out for most of the country is, let's see, what is it, August something? August 4th, first Tuesday. But we, here in Durham, we celebrate National Night Out on Tuesday, October 6th. And basically it started out, I remember back in the day, National Night Out meant you turned on your porch light to show the bad guys that you were taking back the city. But now it's grown into a community celebrations. People are having ice cream socials, block parties, skating parties, all kinds of great things. So National Night Out is where community groups get together. They put something together for October 6th, and it doesn't have to be national. It is National Night Out, but it doesn't have to happen at night. Sometimes people want to involve the little ones, and sometimes they'll have maybe an ice cream social at noon or 3 in the afternoon. So it doesn't have to be at night, literally. It's just that it started out, like I said, with the porch lights on through the night. So let's see. So the kickoff celebration is going to be at the Durham Police Department headquarters. Then, of course, there's going to be all kinds of celebrations across the city. The reason why I'm mentioning it now, with it being only June, I want you to know that if you have a community group and you're getting something together for National Night Out, that you should go to the link that I provide on the Word page and register with the police. The reason why you do that is because you'll be visited by maybe one of those cool police motorcycle crews. I don't know what they call them. But anyway, and sometimes the mayor will drop by, or maybe the chancellor of North Carolina Central University or something like that. So you want to register. Also, let's see. They have, okay, so I did mention they're going to have a kickoff celebration at police headquarters. That's going to be from 4 until 6. They're going to have free food, fun activities, and entertainment. They're going to have vendors too, but, and this is why I'm mentioning it right now, they're limiting the number of vendors to 15. That's all. So if you want to be a vendor at this particular National Night Out event at the police station downtown, 602 East Main Street, put in right now. I've got the link, so you can go ahead and let the police know you want to be one of the 15. And this year, you have to bring your own table or tables and chairs. So there's going to be some online meetings. And again, the community groups, you need to register as soon as possible, because next Monday on the 29th, they're going to have the informational meeting for those community groups that are putting on National Night Out events. I know it sounds early, but it takes a lot to put these things together. So, and it looks like you'll be notified by this Friday about the exact, I guess the link, the Zoom link for the informational meeting. So yeah, put something together real quick this week if you can for National Night Out. And like I said, you can look at, you can go to the internet and see what other people are doing. Sometimes it's ice cream socials. Sometimes people get together and collect, may have like a food collection for either the food bank or the Durham Center for Senior Life to help struggling seniors, or for, well, school's out, but I just want you to know that NCCU and Durham Tech both have pantries. So maybe you can do something like that, clothing collection, food collection. Some people have a block party, they'll have a DJ and just music. And some people are clever enough, they get donations from local restaurants of hot dogs, and then the people bring out their grills and they grill sandwiches for the kids, and maybe they have like snacks, chips and that sort of thing. So what we used to do back home in Chicago, so we would ask for free things from the local, very local grocery stores in our neighborhood. And when they did donate something, then we would take out an ad in the local paper, which I published, the Southside Scoop. So we would put together an ad and thank all of these stores by name. And they loved that. So think about that. Think of doing something like that, because people do like to be recognized. They like to give, but they also like to be recognized. So see if you can put something together real quick. And let me give you some more ideas. Let's see. Some have skating parties, like roller skating, that is. Some have, maybe you can teach the kids those games that are on the cover page of the Durham Skywriter. Maybe you can have a game night and teach the kids Mother May I and Simon Says, and have a game night. Why not do that? And then have some sodas or sweet tea or juice or something for the little ones if you don't have the ability to, have whole sandwiches and meals and all that sort of thing. So it doesn't have to be grand, but just one way or just some way for the community to come together and show that you're in this together. That's all that is. All right. Now, if you have any questions, you can always contact Shaquita Dancy. She is with the Durham Police Department's Public Affairs Unit. And I have her phone number and email right there if you have any questions or if you want to go ahead and register. All right. Oh, another thing I want to tell you, speaking of young people, the Durham Public School System have gotten together with all these different organizations to provide free breakfasts and free lunches for kids. And I shouldn't say kids because we're talking about all the way up to 18. So from 1 to 18, there are free places all across town, literally, where kids can get free breakfasts and free lunches. There's 7 flyers. I took pictures of the 7 flyers and I posted them here on the Word page and also on the school tools page, because I want you to know that you shouldn't be. I know a lot of people are struggling. You shouldn't ever be embarrassed about struggling, because it's struggle. What do they say? The struggle is real. So, of course, school is out. What do you do if you don't have a lot of money? You can send your kids to any of these sites. Find the one that's closest to your house, and the little ones can go and they can eat breakfast and lunch while they're there. And they come home well fed. How about that? So there's a lot. In fact, I should count them. Let's see. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15, 16. There's about 25. There's about 30. There's about 30. 35 places all across the city where your little ones can get free breakfast and lunch. So definitely check that out, and send them or take them, and they can get something to eat in the mornings and in the early afternoons. Okay, now let's check out the Durham Tech Community College's Small Business Center. Nothing's happening locally in person, but I do like to list classes that are being offered across the state for budding entrepreneurs or people who have already started to run a business, but they are realizing they need to bring in some more money, how to do that. So there are these free classes. They're on Zoom. They are one-off classes, totally free, no pressure, and they're live, which means you can ask questions. So today, let's see, at 6:30, there's a free class. Money for Fun. How to turn your hobby/talent into a small business. Those are probably the most fun businesses to run, where you're doing something that you love to do anyway. So check that out. It's going to be tonight, 6:30 until 8 on Zoom. The links are right there. Go to DurhamSkyWriter.com, go to the Word page, and scroll down to Durham Tech. All right, here's another class, 6:30, Tax Talk, Managing Your Small Business Accounting. That's from 6:30 until 8. And, only 2 today. Okay, so that's it for the 2 classes. And now, let's check with, let's go ahead and check with, that already started. Okay. Let's check with Legal Aid and see if they have any workshops today. Their next workshop is Thursday, Employee Rights, Listen and Learn. Okay. Let's check with SCORE. Let's check with SCORE. SCORE is the Service Corps of Retired Executives, by the way. They also help budding entrepreneurs, and they have mentors. They're in downtown Durham, so definitely check that. Oops, I passed it up. Now, let's see. Their next workshop is next week. Okay, no worries. Let's hop on over to the To Your Health page. Alrighty, I do have some studies that you can help out with. And these are studies where universities and researchers are trying out new programming, new apps, that sort of thing. But they need regular folks to volunteer to use these items, or surveys or studies or programs or whatever in advance to make sure they work, and then they bring them out to the public full force. And sometimes they do these studies to help with their research because they need data for their research. And it's very important because sometimes when they don't have enough of a diverse group of candidates to take part in these studies, sometimes things can go wrong. For example, when they invented the, you know how you go to the airport? Well, it doesn't have to be the airport. At the airport, let's just say maybe more upscale places where you don't have to turn the spigot on. You just put your hands under the faucet and the water just turns on automatically. Well, they forgot to test that on us, on darker skinned people. And so the black folks were like, well, where's the water? And they realized, oh my God, we forgot to calibrate it for darker skin. That's what happens when you don't remember that diversity is very important. So there you go. So you can definitely help out, and they need everyone to help out, all the different ethnic groups and all the different colors and shapes and all that sort of thing. So everything can be just right. Now, let's see. Let's see if there are any blood drives, because you could literally save lives by donating blood. So let us check with the American Red Cross. I just updated this. Their next blood drive is, ooh, not until Friday. Okay. Well, it is summer, so they deserve some days off. They will be at the streets at South Point on Friday, so I will remind you later on in the week. Let's check with the Blood Connection. Their next blood drive is Wednesday, Lodge at South Point in the afternoon, so I'll tell you about that on Wednesday. But I can tell you about the HELP program right now, the Health Equipment Loan Program. They will be open tomorrow at 10. They're located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100, and this is where, this is a county-run program, so they accept donations of things like wheelchairs and knee scooters and canes, crutches, that sort of thing, and then they lend them out to people who need them. And it's really great if you don't have the money, if you just got out of the hospital or you're caring for someone who's elderly or whatever. So you can borrow these items for 3 months at a time, which is super great. So they really rely on us, on us regular folks, to help them out with donations. So if you have something sitting around that you know someone could be using, someone to help them with their transport or to help them in the bathroom or whatever, give it to the HELP program. They would love that. They'll clean it up, repair it, and then lend it out for 90 days at a time, which is super great. So they're open 2 days a week. Tuesdays, so that's tomorrow, 10 until 2. And then they're open on Fridays from 1 until 5 at 4206 North Roxborough Street. All right. Let's go to the top of the page, and I want to click on that Health Events button and see if there's anything happening today that I need to tell you about. Let's see. Oh, the Prostate Cancer Support Group meeting. That's going to be online. It's run by Duke. So that will be from 4 until 6, and I do have a link, so you can go ahead and click and register for that. And then tomorrow at 1, usually this is at noon, but it seems that they moved it up an hour, of the Mind-Body Approaches to Coping with Cancer. That will be tomorrow, also run by Duke, at 1. All right, now let's go to the Senior Scope page, and let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Let's see. All right. Now, this is something that I need to mention, because I haven't mentioned it probably in a couple of weeks. The Durham Center for Senior Life, which is at 406 Rigsby Avenue, is a great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. But sometimes there are people who are in the older age group, but they're taking care of someone even older. Their parents might still be alive. They might have a neighbor who's even older and maybe needs some help, having trouble with your, getting dressed and just passing the day safely, etc., etc. So they have this EATS, DCSL EATS program. It is the Ease Access to Food for Seniors. So they have this program where they do have a food pantry, but they also have a weekend frozen meals program. I wanted to tell you about that one, because you can get 2 meals per week, and you pick that up on a Friday at 12:30. So this isn't for people who are, actually this is for people who are 60 plus. So even though the people they serve at the Durham Center for Senior Life are for people who are 55 plus, this is for people who might know someone who's older than, like I just said, older than they are, age 60 plus, who are having trouble taking care of themselves. So you can help them out by picking up 2 meals on the weekend, on Friday, and then you'll know for sure that they will eat on Saturday and Sunday. And it's really great because some people get Meals on Wheels through the week, and then maybe you can get the frozen meals for Saturday and Sunday for the weekend. Maybe you can do that. Okay. I do hope that you picked up your free fan today. Today was the day. They didn't give a lot of advance notice, but the Durham Center for Senior Life did have their fan and air conditioning unit giveaway. Last week, that was when you were supposed to sign up, and then the giveaway happened today. I guess they're done. I will be going to the center today. I'll let you know if they have anything left. I kind of doubt it because it's been kind of hot already. But if they do say they have some left and that I can make an announcement that you can sign up again for what's left, then I will definitely let you know. I'll check later on today when I go up there. So it's Monday. Let's see what's going on today. So at 12:30 they have a movie chat, and it's 12:32 right now. So they have a movie chat for movie lovers, and then at 1 o'clock they actually show a movie. How about that? So today's movie is called Glory, and I think I've heard of that. I think that is a soldier movie, a war movie, I think. But anyway, I know it's a good one, and it's called Glory. Okay, so they will start showing that movie at 1 o'clock. So let me give you the address again in case you want to run over there and watch a movie in air-conditioned splendor. The address is 406 Rigsby Avenue. They have their own parking lot. And, yeah, check it out. Also happening today at 1 o'clock, advanced watercolor. And then Lifeline Dancers at 3:30, so you can do some line dancing. Now tomorrow morning, they're going to have Seniors on the Move line dancing at 8:35. Just Ask George at 9, where you can get your tech questions answered. Talk Tuesdays. I thought school was out, but it says that students from North Carolina Central University, they will be meeting one-on-one with people who sign up, and they can offer mental health resources. So there you go. It's going to be going on until 1 o'clock tomorrow from 9 until 1. So you might want to call and get some information on that. And the number is 919-688-8247. Right. Also tomorrow, Open Art Studio at 9 o'clock. Basic Spanish class at 9:30. Take off pounds sensibly at 9:30. Yoga Your Way at 10. That one will be live on Facebook. And Keep It Moving Gentle Exercise at 10. American Sign Language at 11. And Belly Dance for Fitness at 11:30. Now let me check for the special events real quick, with today being the 22nd. Let's see. Ooh, they just started. So going on right now until 1:30, Senior Legal Advisor Rick Messimer will be talking about estate planning and money and Medicaid. So he is so knowledgeable. He is such a pleasure to talk with. He's a really brilliant guy. So that's going on right now until 1:30. Now tomorrow at noon, they're going to have From Family Lore to Historical Fiction. Turn family stories and mementos into writing. Melora Fern is leading this class. She was actually asked to come back because the first time she had this same class, it was well attended, and people were like, oh boy, you've got to come back and do this again. So she's coming back, and she's going to do the same class again. And basically, it's how to take your family stories, and there's different ways she explains the various ways to write your family stories. In other words, you could do it like word for word, like my granddad told me some stories, and I like to tell them to other people, so it's like almost word for word. But there's another way to write family stories, like maybe you don't have all of the information that you need to actually write the story. So there's something called historical fiction. So it's kind of like taking the basic story, like maybe there's something in your family history that you don't want to really put on blast. Maybe someone in your family was, and maybe they're long gone, and they won't, they can't say anything about you're talking about that maybe they were cattle rustlers or something, and they went to jail. They were broken out of jail by the local cowboys or something. So, but you don't want to name names, right? So you can actually write the story and put somebody's name on it, like make up a name, and it can be called historical fiction. So it's kind of true. You could add like little things to it. So anyway, Melora Fern will be explaining all of that. It's a great class. I was there for the first class. Fantastic. And she's an author. I mean, she's actually done this writing, and she's actually had to do this historical fiction because she wrote a story about her grandparents, her grandmother. There was something fantastic that she learned about her grandmother, but unfortunately her grandmother had already died. She found out about how wonderful her grandmother was after her grandmother died. So she had to kind of be creative in telling the story. Anyway, I highly recommend this class. It's going to be tomorrow from noon until 2. You will not regret it. Okay. So, let me also mention that JFK Towers, 4900 North Roxborough Road, they are now a DCSL satellite. They have activities just like the Durham Center for Senior Life. They don't have all the same activities, but you can go there. If you're living north and you don't want to go all the way downtown, you can definitely head over there. So tomorrow, they're going to have coffee and community at 8:30, travel Tuesday at 9:30, cardio and more at 10:30, congregate meal at 11:30, it's free lunch, and bingo at 12:30. Let me check for special events. Ooh-wee. They are having a Father's Day luncheon right now as we speak at JFK Towers. Just started 10 minutes ago. Barbecue lunch, games, and competition for a JFK Father of the Year. How about that? That's going on right now. And then tomorrow, they're going to have Just Ask George from 9 until 11. All right. I do want to mention that, wait, where is it? Whoa. I moved things around. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, my goodness. Oh, there it is. There's the Little River Senior Center. They're even further north, so maybe you live in Bahama or just far northern Durham County. You can also go to the Little River Senior Center. You'll be welcome at all of these centers, by the way. They all have free membership. So they're located at 8305 North Roxborough Street in Bahama. They also have activities Monday through Friday from 8:30 until around 2-ish. And they also have free lunch at 11:30. They also have a full gymnasium. Bring your basketball, just saying. Now, we're going to rush all the way over to the Let's Go page. I mean, there are other pages, and I do invite you to check out all of these different pages, but I'm just going over to the Let's Go page right now because I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's already 12:40. Okay. So I want you to know that Wheels Durham, every day, every weekday, they're going to have summer public skating from 11 until 1:30. So it's not like you missed it today. They're doing this, now the kids are out of school. They have a place to skate now, so they can go every weekday from 11 until 1:30. Admission is $13. Skate rentals are $6, $7 for rollerblades. I highly recommend getting your kids their own skates so they don't have to rent, because that really adds up. We met this guy who was just skating around, and he said he got his skates for like $20 at the thrift store. So yeah, just you can get a used pair of skates, and sometimes you can get those old-fashioned adjustable skates that you clamp onto your shoes. Those are great because you really can't outgrow them, depending on which ones you buy. But for the most part, the clamp-on ones are great because then different kids can use the skates, and then as your kid foot grows, you can just lengthen the skate and then clamp it onto the shoe. But anyway, whatever kind of skates you can find, the thrift shops or um, the sports stores or wherever you can buy skates, I recommend, if you can afford to, get your kids some skates if they plan to be going to Wheels Durham all summer. Because if they rent all summer, that's just a waste of money. I'm just saying, I'm just being practical. Okay, now there are 2 summer public skating sessions. So the first one every weekday is from 11 until 1:30, and then the second one is from 2 until 4:30. So you have not missed out on anything. Admission is $13 per session. There you go. Now, happening a little bit later this afternoon, the Parktown Food Hub. They're going to be giving away free groceries to people in need. Now, you have to do this by appointment. Sometimes they do give away food, and it's, up for grabs. But today, they want you to make an appointment, and then you can write to them at parktownhub@gmail.com. I have it written down right there on the Let's Go page. And then you would go to Parkwood UMC Church, which is at 5123 Revere Road, between 4:30 and 5:30, once you get the okay. Also happening today, the Hayti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African Dance class. That is tonight, 6:30 until 8, upstairs in the Chuck Davis Dance Emporium on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. There is a $10 class fee, and you should really enjoy that. You first start with the deep breathing, and then you get into the African dance moves. Really fun. Now, last week, Wheels Durham didn't offer the adult roller skating lessons, but they're back. They're bringing it back. I think they were probably adjusting their schedule with school being out, and I think last week was the first week that they had the skating for kids. So they're back with the adult roller skating lessons on Monday evenings. For those who are age 18 plus, they want to learn how to skate, you go to 715 North Hoover Road. That's tonight from 7 until 8. Admission is $15, and this time it does include the skate rental. And then they have adult newbie night, and that again is for age 18 plus, from 8 until 11, and that's for people who really want to try their hand at roller skating without having the teens there laughing at you if you fall down. So that's from 8 until 11, and again, admission is $13, and that does include skate rental. Roy Lee is watching. Hey, through this lens. Woo! Saying, hi, Pat, thanks for what you're doing. Roy Lee Duval. Woo! If you know anything about photography, or if you like art galleries and whatnot, definitely check out Through This Lens. And wait, today is, are you open to, is it open today, Roy Lee? Let us know. But I thought it was like Tuesday through Saturday, and on Fridays, especially like third Fridays, he likes for you to meet the artist, and he has like artist talks. And anyway, drop by there. Through This Lens. It's on Chapel Hill Street downtown. It's near the corner of, Foster and Chapel Hill. So it's like second from the corner, next to that building that's being rehabbed. And yeah, check it out. Beautiful pictures. And Roy Lee is really fun to talk with. He knows everything there is to know about photography. He teaches photography too. And he's got like equipment there you could look at, like old, I don't even know what they're called, camera things. But anyway, it's not open. I didn't think so. Okay. Yeah, not open today. So definitely, when it's time, and I think they're open tomorrow. I think Roy Lee opens at 10 or 10:30. But yeah, if you like photography and you like art galleries, definitely try. And good music, because he usually plays good music while you're looking at the beautiful art, beautiful photography there. So definitely. And also, if you don't mind my mentioning this, Roy Lee, since you're here, Roy Lee has this, it's like this huge printer. He could print out things that are like giant sized. So if you need something printed out that is not, normal sized, Roy Lee can probably do it. Because I don't, I couldn't tell you how big, but let's just say gigantic, humorously large sized prints he could make for you. I don't know if he's still making buttons, but I know you could at least get things printed at a good price. And he does the framing. And I don't mean just, I mean, he doesn't do like the cheap poster framings, like, we go to Walmart and get like a $2 frame. No, he does the real hand cut, serious, beautiful wood framing. So, and I think he's got some metal frames too. Anyway, it's a wonderful place to check out. So check out Through This Lens Photo Gallery. You will not regret it. All right. And welcome. It's the first time Roy Lee's watched the show, as far as I can tell. So, thumbs up. Okay. I am totally lost here. Where am I? Oh, I was talking about Adult Newbie Night. Yes. So that is from 8 until 11. Now, tomorrow morning, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they have rabies vaccination clinics all day. Bring in your pet. Call first. I've got the number right there. Call, make your appointment, bring in your pet. Of course, your dog has to be on a leash. Cats have to be in those the carriers. And there's other rules, like if they get excited and they use the restroom, you have to help with that. You're probably used to that anyway. And bring in $10 exact change and get that taken care of, because once a pet gets rabies, yeah, that's all I have to say. Now, the East Regional Library at 211 Lick Creek Lane, they have the the over 50 crowd for the older folks like myself. Like to sit around and gab and talk about maybe the latest books, movies, whatever, the grandkids, summer vacation, all this sort of thing. They have free coffee and free tea. That'll be tomorrow. From 10 until 11:30. And like I just mentioned, don't forget, Wheels Durham will have summer public skating, a great place for the kids to hang out, 715 North Hoover Road, and that'll be from 11 until 1:30 tomorrow. Admission, as I said before, is $13, and skate rentals are $6, $7 for rollerblades. But like I said, see if you can invest in some roller skates for your little ones. Check out we've got a bunch of thrift shops, and I can't even name them all. Trosa has some stores, and what's that called? On 15501. There's a couple on 15501. I can't even think of the name of it, but there's a bunch of thrift shops around here. I saw one on Gear Street. I mean, they're just all over town. So keep your eye out for roller skates and pass it along to other parents with little kids, or I should say just kids in general. I think that is pretty much it. I do want to let you know one more thing. If you're struggling, you need groceries. Tomorrow, New Visions of Africa restaurant at 1306 Fayetteville Street, they're going to be having their grocery giveaway. They do this on Tuesdays at 12:30. Served by the 5 and the 5K bus. If you're driving, just park in the W.D. Hill parking lot. They're right next door. They don't mind at all. And if that street is blocked right next to New Visions, then you just go down to Stanford L. Warren Library and turn west on Umstead. You just go around, and then you'll find the W.D. Hill parking lot. Let's check the weather. I can already tell you it's hot. But let me play my little theme song. Wait a minute. All right. It's 90 already. It's 90 degrees. And of course, it always says it's cloudy when the sun's out. It's cloudy and 90 degrees, and it looks like the sun will be playing peekaboo all afternoon. Oh, chance of thunderstorm around dinner time? Okay, 15% chance of thunderstorms at 6 and 10% at 7. Okay, so somewhere in Durham, they might get thunderstorms. Okay. Oh, and then later tonight, chance of thunderstorms 9 through 11. Okay, so just have your not raincoat, it's too hot for a raincoat. Have your umbrella ready just in case. But for the most part, it's going to be hot, and probably pretty sticky, because if there's a chance of rain, the humidity is going to go way up. So the high will be 93. Stay hydrated. Check out the how-to page where I have hints for how to survive the heat and how to get over the hot weather. If you're like me and you don't have air conditioning, ideally you have a ceiling fan. At least that. Now tomorrow, the high drops all the way down to 84. Wow. With a 70% chance of rain. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, I like hot weather, but you don't want to be in the 90s every single day. I heard it's really hot in Europe. Oh my God. Rest of the week, Wednesday 86, Thursday 90, Friday 92, chance of rain, Saturday 92, chance of rain, Sunday 93, chance of rain. We do need the rain though. It's awfully dry. I think we're still, even though it did rain a little bit past couple of days, I'll bet the weather folks will still say we're kind of in a drought. So with that is it for today's show. Hope you have a beautiful afternoon. Try to stay hydrated, please. And one more thing about staying hydrated. I know a lot of us know that if you're working out or if you're sweating a lot, to take electrolytes. But I just learned that if you have high blood pressure, don't drink Gatorade, don't do those electrolyte powders because they're very high in sodium. So just be very careful about that. I mean, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just letting you know what I just learned. So with that, have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Let me make sure. I think the only day I'm not going to be doing this show live. I might not be doing the show live Wednesday. Definitely not Friday. But we'll see. We'll see. Have a beautiful afternoon. See you tomorrow. Ciao for now.